FM. My name is Godwin, and today I'm with the A team. Nonso is here today. We are going to be talking about the Premier League and the Premier League that is happening today. Manchester United is playing today. Arsenal and Man City all are playing today. So we're going to talk about all that on the show. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning. I was seeing that game last night, the Barcelona Atletico Madrid game, and at 2-0 somebody said match are going to 4-4, and I don't know how he knew about it. Then all of a sudden, he made that statement. Barca came back with a win, and it was 2-1, and all of a sudden it was 2-2. And I said, no, let me focus on the important game, because this is what I'm going to come and bag the rest of people, the Rashford fans and the they know themselves. And I was going to, so I focused on the Aston Villa game and left that one. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning.
Because I want to talk about this Barca game. I'm not talking Premier League today.
Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning, Football Maniacs. You make the show super exciting, and I'm glad to have you here. Good morning, Godwin.
Good morning, our sports fans. Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube every day, Monday to Saturday at Volt FM Sports. You can join us anywhere you are around the world. In case you japa and leave us here in Nigeria, you can actually join us wherever you are at Volt FM Sports on YouTube. Okay, let's dive into the yesterday's results. I'm going to talk about the result and talk about the games that happened yesterday. And yesterday, Wolves, Fulham beat Wolves away from home 2-1. Crystal Palace trashing Aston Villa 4-1. Mateta scored again. That guy has been scoring goals since November, December. Right to me, like in Bournemouth, 2-1. Bournemouth has started dropping points in the Premier League. Then Chelsea trashing Southampton. It was obvious, if anything, other than trashing for Maresca, it would have been a huge problem for Chelsea fans.
1-0 win would have been okay.
But they won that game 4-0. Okay, let's start with the Chelsea game. Chelsea winning against Southampton. It was expected that they win that game because Chelsea fans are over the moon. Cole Palmer again did not score or had an assist in this game. So I think after
for the past 5 games, he has not had a performance. After
the game, he said that that he's going to come back. That's his word, that he's going to bounce back and start scoring or assisting goals. But good game for Chelsea. Nkunku scoring, Neto scoring, Kowil and Cucurella scoring the 4 goals for Chelsea.
Nkunku with the first goal, setting up Neto for the second goal. Good game. I was seeing that game. I was like, okay, fine. This is how you want to go ahead. And the way he ran in between the defender and I think the defender was ball watching, because he was trying to allow the goalkeeper come out and pick the ball up, but the goalkeeper didn't react on time. And the way he ran in between them and put his head to it to get the goal, I felt like that was what a striker should be doing. But you're always drifting into midfield to create chances for other people. And if you look at that drifting into midfield, that was how he did it to get the chance for Pedro Neto, getting the run off Pedro Neto to get Pedro on the score sheet. A goal and an assist from Nkunku in this game. Chelsea fans now will let him rest. You get? He has not been starting the Premier League game. This is his third start, back to back in a row. This is like his third start in the Premier League in recent years. So he starts 3 games in the third
90-minute game.
Yes, his third 90 minutes in the Premier League. So this is the third time he's starting for the side. So he starts this one and he gets a goal and an assist, which means the first 2 was like, okay, see, I'm just trying to get into the first team spirit. I'm always the super sub, wonder sub kind of player. Put me in the 78th minute, I come, I create a chance or 2 chances, and that's it. But I want to start getting on the results. So people will say, okay, fine, you're good with your numbers. In the last 2 games, he lacked surprise. It was a belief of supplies. And I said it on the show. In this game, every supply came through him. And as the supply was coming through him, he was creating for others. Even when they brought in the Calabar boy and the other guy to come and in the second half, the George, the Achipong, and the new guy, Amodu. The midfield was still balanced, the attack was still balanced, but going forward, it was one thing to see the Chelsea side play the football we want them to play, where everybody cannot say, oh, I'm a right winger, let me die there. I'm a left winger, let me just stay there. I'm a creative force, because Kopama was switched off.
I disagree, man. You can't say in this game Cole Palmer was switched off. I disagree 1,000 times. No, Cole Palmer created a couple of chances in this game that were not buried. It's not his fault that he created an opportunity for somebody to just tap in at the second side of the goalpost, and the person who is supposed to tap in is falling like a pack of cards. It's not Cole Palmer's fault. Secondly, the first attempt on goal in this game, if you saw that game, was Cole Palmer versus Ramsdale. And Ramsdale stopped that opportunity. Yes?
The incident
let's not talk about build-up play. That's another one. Then let's not talk about run that create opportunity for other people to score.
Okay, now like it's off the ball run.
No, this one is just to tickle your fancy.
No, you want to count off the ball run. See, I'm not going to say he's not creating chances. The numbers of chances he created, unlike the time we used to sing Kopama this, Kopama that, those hype that used to come heavily, that Kopama will create 10 chances per game and get an assist and still get a goal to his name. Yes. Those days are, for the past 6 games, he's not been there.
Bro, it's just 6 games for crying out loud, man. It's just 6 games for crying out loud. One, and then secondly, you cannot put it squarely down to Kopama, because Kopama has been a phenomenal leader in this Chelsea side that has been bereft of Reece James and a few other leadership personalities in that team. Kopama has carried this Chelsea team on his shoulder for the better part of the past beginning of the season till now. He's been the one carrying this Chelsea team. Now, it's not his fault that Maresca wants to fiddle around with formation, play him on the wing, play him out of position. I remember very vividly yesterday, Godwin, if you remember, that I said on this show that Maresca, you don't need to overthink the fundamentals. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Go back to the same formula, the same lineup, the same formation. 4-2-3-1. Go back with Kopama behind the striker. Go back with the main men. Start with the main men. Just go back to the fundamentals. Because the difference between the legends and average players who are still playing in Obiago right now are people who know how to do the fundamentals with their eyes closed. And Chelsea, for crying out loud, need to learn how to do the fundamentals with their eyes closed. When you play 10,000 shots on goal as a footballer, there are some shots you can take with your eyes closed and still hit the net. That's all I'm saying.
Chelsea winning that game 4-0. You don't need to talk so much about Southampton. Southampton are people that will need points to you. If you need points, if you are less privileged, go to Southampton. They will give you something for you. You know, everybody, they are dashing points. Now you go and collect your.
They remind me about this meme of Osita. I say, if you need a job, call me. I always deliver.
So Southampton losing that game 4-0. If you look at Southampton, they are rock bottom on the table. They are conceding goals left, right, center. They can't even stop conceding goals. But Chelsea winning that game 4-0. So Maresca has a breather. Let's probably Chelsea fans will leave him alone for probably 1 week. We'll start where we stopped.
Weekend.
Let's not forget that your man Ramsdale is one between the sticks that's considered over 60 something.
No, some games the other guy considered.
No, I will not be placated by that statement. Ramsdale is the Donatus FC of Southampton.
Okay, let's go on to the next
game. When the defense is not working.
Let's go on to the next game. Chelsea winning that game 4-0. Okay, the surprising game is Crystal Palace winning against Aston Villa 4-1. Sarr scoring 2 goals, Mateta scoring again, and Nketiah scoring in its 91 minutes for them to beat Aston Villa 4-1. I think it's a good game for Crystal Palace. They are gradually building up, and I remember end of last season, I can't remember, they started building well before they sold Olise and they dropped a little bit. But this coach that came in, I think last year,
it's the same guy. It's the same guy that was there last season. He's just been silent
gradually, and now beating Aston Villa 4-1. Good result for Crystal Palace.
Good result for Crystal Palace. I didn't see it coming clearly because I'm super hyper on what's his name now, Unai Emery and Aston Villa, and then the potential that's has to break into the Champions League for next season. Now, in this encounter, you have to give the credit to the man who credit is due. And we said yesterday that Mateta is the Elisha of Crystal Palace because he has the anointing to score goals and create opportunities.
And I've been saying this in the beginning of the season. I've been singing it since the beginning of this season.
Mateta has been on the mountain waiting for the hand of the Lord to come upon him. And when it comes upon him, goals everywhere, and then finally kudos to Nketiah getting his first goal for Crystal Palace since his transfer to Palace.
Well, it was a good game. At some point I felt 1-0, 1-1. I said, okay, this is going to be a thriller. That's why I just focused my attention. Even the Chelsea game was anytime they are going on the attack, I'll be like, let me look at this screen, let me know what so I don't misbehave on my show. So but I focused on it because with the star-studded team Aston Villa had, with every expectation on Aston Villa side to get to the win of this, we expected them to at least come out to the win. But I was looking at Crystal Palace that this is a team that knows how to shock a team here and there. And I said it on the weekend before the Fulham game. As this is Crystal Palace I don't trust. When you don't expect them to do well, they are firing on all cylinders. And this is the Crystal Palace side I hope to see in this side. And Ismail Assar, good game for him. A goal, I think 2 goals in this game, one from Munoz, and I think 2 goals was good enough for him to put up the man of the match performance, but it wasn't enough. I'll tell you, it wasn't enough because Mateta could have gotten more goals. The midfield could have created more chances. Aston Villa side just let themselves go.
Okay.
I wouldn't blame Aston Villa too much. They had a couple of chances missed. They also had a couple of goals ruled out for offside. And I don't think the shape they played with for this encounter did them any justice.
That's what I'm saying. They let themselves go because if they had after they won one, they could have at least come back in the second half fighting.
Why is Emery always benching Asensio and Rashford? He keeps introducing them in the second half, even though sometimes they start, but
they are Champions League material.
Come on, okay, Champions. Okay.
Let's not also forget too that for Asensio there is that bedding period that he needs to bed into the team. And then secondly, the manager needs to feel that you are fit enough to give 100% and that you are good enough to go and, create for the team. So if he feels that you are better off coming in as a sub till you gain full fitness, why not?
Okay. Last game, two goals from the two of them, two goals involvement from both players that were on the bench, and they came in the second half as well. So I just feel like the bedding period, we still say the 9 weeks. Forget that this guy has come in and is firing on all cylinders. I feel like he's giving the effort. The effort is not enough. The results after 9 weeks, you start seeing more of that effort. You get
okay. Aston Villa losing that game 4 goals to 1 to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are doing well now. They are winning games. Okay, to the next game, Wolves again losing at home to Fulham 2 goals to 1. Wolves are part of the team that are in the relegation battle. They considered in the first minute of that game. They equalized by Joe Gomez. But they consider another goal to make it 2-1. Fulham, good result, good 3 points for Fulham. They are looking to play
3 points for Fulham as predicted, on the night, and Fulham delivered. Super happy about that result. I think that Wolves were caught sleeping in this one because when they got back into the game, they had every opportunity to go ahead and punish Fulham, but it was not to be. I think the biggest character missing in this game was Cunha. He was on the pitch, but clearly not available.
After losing against Crystal Palace last weekend, you needed a result somewhere. Either against the relegation side or anybody, you just needed the result somewhere. And I think is what Fulham has been doing this season. That's why they're not in the top 4. They win 2, they lose 1, they go back and win 1 and lose another 2. So in every 5 games, you see them winning 3 and losing 2. Or perhaps you see them winning 3, playing 1 draw and losing 1 game. It's not good enough. So after losing against Crystal Palace, which I expected them to lose, I was expecting this game to be a win. And in the next 3 games, they should at least go in and blow their opponents out.
Okay, the next game that we'll talk about is Brighton versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth has been losing game now. They have lost back-to-back game for a very first time in a while now. Brighton are building. They are 43 points. Like this top 4 battle is going to be very, very serious because
very, very if
Tottenham loses to Arsenal today, they are 47 points. Chelsea are 46. Man City, if they win, will move over to 49.
47.
So for everybody, they are around that 40, 41, 42. Even if you look at from second.
If you look at Crystal Palace.
If you look at from third, that Nottingham Forest are third with 47.2. Aston Villa that are 10th has 42 points. It's just 5 points difference between third to 10th. So it's going to be a first battle.
So when I said that, I keep saying it, even the top 6, there's still a chance, there's still a slight chance that even the people, because I look at Crystal Palace at 13th or 12th, there's still a slight chance.
Baba,
they are still going to be
chance,
there.
What are we saying? This is 9 point gap.
Let's focus on people that are in 40 plus.
People that have sense
and
that are pushing up the table.
Which have sense. If they have sense, they will be in the
football sense, man.
If they have sense, they'll be in the title. They'll be in title contention.
Brighton win that game. That they have won 3 games in a row in the Premier League.
Of course, no doubt.
Good result for Brighton. Winning
good
that
result
game.
for Brighton. Super excited for them. I said it that they have a lot of players that when they just turn up for you, they know how to shut teams down. They know how to get and grind out results. And you have to give this man all the credit in the world for the team he has. If you put his team's total wage budget, the players at that club, bro, is not going to be up to 150 million pounds.
And surprisingly, he this team like this and not just 1 or 2 players.
Yeah, that's
not really
that.
It didn't do much like the Unai Emery and others that had more fun. He just came in, saw the players the way they are, did the work he had to do in training, and added just 1 or 2 players to the side, and they are good to go. So I just feel like if it's not broken, if the system is not broken, just leave it the way it is.
Yeah,
don't change it.
A lot of
don't
coaches
come in and say because I have what's it called, access to requirement, I need to let some players go, because those players might be letting go, might be the one fighting to be for the bag.
A lot of coaches come into clubs and they are rushing to go and put their own impression on the team, rushing to bring in their own players. I think when you are a club like a Brighton, you are a club like a Fulham or a couple other clubs in the Premier League, you need a builder that can come in and work on the players and develop the players, not just somebody that comes in and starts making random signings and co like that. And even if you have somebody that is only good at buying stars, you need to pair him with somebody in the backroom staff who is going to be good at development.
Okay, let's see what happens with Brighton. Brighton are now in contention for that top 4. It's going to be interesting who qualify for that top 4. From Nottingham Forest to Aston Villa that are on 10th position. It's just 5 points separating all of them, even though that some of them are playing more games than the others, because there is games today. Talking about games that is happening today, Manchester United will play Ipswich Town by 8:30. Nottingham Forest will host Arsenal. That is second and third playing today. Tottenham will play Manchester City. Big game for Manchester City. They need to get all 3 points if they want to continue in this top 4 quest. Brentford will play Everton and Liverpool will play Newcastle.
That's in a big game.
That's the biggest. Oh, come on, Man City and
that's the biggest game today. You are talking about
title contender. Top 4 contender.
Throw a spanner in the works for Liverpool.
I think Nottingham Forest and Arsenal is still a big game, because this
second and third. See, the 2 big games. We only have 2 big games today. Those 2 big games is Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. They are the 2 big games we have today because of the pedigree of what is at stake.
Okay, let's start.
Because second place is at stake, title contention for Arsenal is at stake.
Let's start with Arsenal. Nottingham Forest is going to be hosting Arsenal. Arsenal trashing them in that first leg at the Emirates, but it's going to be a different game. They are playing away. Arsenal is going away to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is looking to get, even if it's 1 point, because they have been losing games. They have lost back-to-back games. In the last 5 games, they have lost 3. Now, if you look at them, we are almost close to Arsenal now, even though Arsenal has been drawing and losing 2. But if you look at this game, second and third playing, what do you think will happen in that game?
I think Arsenal fans and their team should be traveling to this game with "I Need an Angel" playing in the bus, because right now they
are doing without a striker.
Yeah, they are doing without a striker based on coach's instruction and then based on backing by the board or whoever. And they need somebody to come good for them. It doesn't need to be the star man. It doesn't need to be Odegaard. It needs to be somebody from that attacking mix-up, the winger, the forward,
or the defense. Anybody that can just score goal.
Somebody needs to come up for them and come good for them, because Nottingham Forest is not going to be a walk in the park. For once, I think in this game, Arsenal's defensive capacity is going to be tested to the limit, because Nottingham Forest know this subtle art of knowing when to hit you on the break and throw your defense in disarray. So it's going to be a nice game to watch.
You say I need an angel. I'm saying, do you believe in miracles? But it's just the way it is. Arsenal team, they're a good side. Without the striker, they're a good side. I'm not going to depend on striker. You're not getting results.
Who will score the goal for you, Baba?
See, last season, the strikers not to score goals. So now Saka and Trossard and Martinelli, they score goals. How many goals Havertz get?
Where they finish?
They finished second. 2 seasons ago, the same thing. Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. Striker not today. Then this December, when Jesus will be like, say, he resurrect from the dead. I don't know. No, that's why it be. But now look at the Arsenal side.
I remember something Bishop said, that Arsenal players have Mami Water spirit. And I'm seeing it's beginning to manifest right now.
It's always manifest. It's not that the time you're seeing it, the time I told Bishop, I told him that Bettina is a good player. He said, no, he doesn't. Well, he manifested in the Euros. So everybody knows, everybody has a vision prospect. When you are seeing it and when Bishop saw it at 2 different timelines, we all saw it at the beginning, but it feels like Arsenal fans didn't see it. So they are beginning to see it now.
The crazy thing is that Arteta isn't seeing it too.
Arteta is seeing it. His thing is he doesn't want to believe it.
Okay, let's see what happens.
This game now is going to be tough.
It's going to be tough for
very
Arsenal.
tough. And that's what we're looking at for.
Arsenal are going to play without a striker to the end of the season. I don't know how they are going to manage it, even though that they are still waiting for Saka and Martinelli to come back, and probably they have maybe few options to try it in that striking position. But they are without Jesus and Havertz to the end of the season. So let's say operation for that game: Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. Who wins?
I'm going with the people that have won the Champions League before. If you have won the Champions League, the win is for you 3 points.
If you won the Champions League when it was not called Champions League,
it no concern you, John.
I get them before. No,
John, it no concern you. Have they conquered Europe? Yes.
They did not conquer Europe.
They conquered Europe.
They conquer backwater Europe.
It's not back. At least it's the same teams that were playing in Europe there.
John, who wins?
I'm backing Arsenal for the win.
Okay,
Narrow in 1-0.
Okay, let's talk about Manchester United. Manchester United will play Ipswich Town today. Amorim has been talking to the press again.
Yes.
Yesterday we told you that they sacked, or they had to cut off employment for 200 staff after they did about 200 last season, 250 last season. So they have been cutting off. They are trying to make more money. I don't even know what they are doing with money. They are second richest club after Real Madrid.
They are really not the second richest club.
The index is showing that they are.
The index is based on revenue, right? Revenue is money that came into the gate. Baba, at the end of the day, that money that came into the gate is going into a vortex, is going into outer space, going into a dead hole, which is called the 1.1 billion pound debt that the Glazer family put on the head of Manchester United when they borrowed 640 million pounds to buy the club.
If you like, go into
so that's where the money is going into. That's where the money is going into.
John, if you like,
you can tout yourself as second richest club all you want. If you can tout yourself second richest club all you want, at the end of the day, your stadium is collapsing.
You know me.
At the end of the day, your training ground is rubbish.
You know me. In Europe, what they say is Man United is the second biggest club in England per titles won in European competition after Liverpool. Now, Man U for European competition. Then in England, Man United is the biggest club, the second biggest club in the world after Real Madrid. So and the richest. Anything you want
second
to
richest.
Now second now after Real Madrid. So anything you want to
add up. Second richest after Real Madrid, not second biggest.
Second biggest and second richest is the Man United after Real Madrid. And you now look at the index. You are looking at the index. They tell you say everybody will wear suits. Come outside, get where they go. Not be everybody. No, it's true.
So you are saying Man U fans know where then they go.
You can be fine on the outside.
Manchester United is a club that is going into liquidation. That's what you're saying.
Sure, we know.
That is going into the
you as a sport analyst, we that we are sport analysts, we know.
A dead. What do they call it? A wormhole or the dead hole or whatever.
We know that Man United didn't day. Financially, they didn't day. But all in the name of we have done it. We are the biggest team. If you look at our history, is rich.
You know the part that puzzles me is that you are shaving 2 million, 3 million pounds worth of salaries to fund a transfer budget, and you have a mountain of debt that is still there. That is the biggest problem.
They don't want to collect more debt.
And then secondly, no, let me say something. Secondly, now you have the Glazer family on the other side who are seeing the club, and Ineos team is like Ineos team buying a what we call it now, Okrika material called Manchester United at 6 p.m. under blue lights. And then when you bring it home and watch it on your
okay, let's stay with this game. Manchester United is playing Ipswich Town. What do you think will happen? This is an opportunity for Manchester United. They are playing at Old Trafford. This is an opportunity for Amorim to try some things.
Old Trafford, they've lost more games.
Yes, but these teams, they are a relegation team, obviously. So they should be getting points from these guys.
It's Ipswich. It's Ipswich.
Yes.
That know how to
Manchester
score.
United.
It's McKenna.
This is Manchester United.
That call his name right. I know it's saying your man. It's McKenna. No. She understand. And then secondly, I want to just draw your attention to something he said in the press conference, which was that the press actually called him and he said that the team looked nervous in the last game. Bro, this is Ipswich. They score goals like is their second middle name.
Yeah, they are losing games.
They are losing games, granted, but they score. Manchester United, for the better part of the past number of games, don't have strikers that know where the goal is. They don't know where the goal is. 1, 2, they always start their games in the 60th minute.
And they give you,
they give you 20 minutes of action for 90 minutes of presence, and it's irrelevant.
And they get results.
And let's not also forget that Ipswich know how to come into the game from the whistle. They register one. and then you start chasing the game.
Now, so what do you think will happen in this game?
Normally, what John said now, Ipswich should score, but Man United has always been the comeback kings. That's what we know them for.
Comeback what?
Comeback kings.
In the last 5 games, they have lost 3. 1-1 and draw 1. Where are they coming back?
Don't worry, they are coming back very soon. You know, Eric will tell you in every press conference what is the plan.
Is it because they survive Everton that you are calling their comeback?
No, really. You look at the records. Man United have always been a team that comes back in the 90th minute. Real Madrid of recently, the Leverkusen are learning from Ferguson time. Why do you think they invented Ferguson?
There was this comeback in when they lost. I think a record 13 games this season.
I just feel like the atmosphere at Man United is not right now. You get the coach is trying to implement things in the training. He's trying to share new ideas, but the players are like scared that if we try this, we might get. And you know, when you're trying new things, you're trying with just half your toe. You're going to. I've not traveled on sea before. You don't expect me to travel by sea to anywhere in the world now and feel relaxed on the ship.
So what you're saying now, to paraphrase,
they are testing new waters.
Manchester United players are old dogs that can't learn new tricks.
They are learning new tricks, but it's hard.
They are learning hard, and I want to take you up on something. You said Manchester United are comeback kings.
Yes.
Where was the comeback kings when they lost 12 games this season and have only won 8? Where was the comeback?
I can't answer that.
What's the prediction for that game, Manchester United and Ipswich? Who wins today?
Man United.
John?
Ipswich, man. Captain Ipswich, big time.
Okay, Tottenham are playing Manchester City today. Tottenham are a team that always somehow they beat Manchester City, even when Manchester City are still in form. Then, like 2-3 years, somehow they, apart from last 2 seasons, is it 2 seasons ago, where Arsenal fans were expecting them to normally win Manchester City. Last season. Normally, people used to win Manchester City. People decided to lose against them. But this time, both teams are struggling. Especially Tottenham are really, really struggling. If you look at where they are on the table, they are really, really struggling, even though they have a whole lot of injuries. But Manchester City, they bought in January, they lost, they're out of the Champions League. They are struggling to make top 4. But in this game, they need all 3 points. Pep need to just get 3 points.
They're in the FA Cup now.
Okay, they're in the FA Cup.
They're in the FA Cup. So they can lose this one. They can continue to lose.
They
just said Man United will lose. So if the Manchester teams both lose today, the area will quiet. It's not Babele FC. Now you start up. I just they follow your footsteps.
You know what you're saying. What you're saying remind me of that song that say, "Thank God, say man no be God," but it's fine.
Is it that started it? Is it that?
Let me just say one thing on this matter. While we are still on this matter, we are talking about Tottenham. We are talking about how they found the anointing, how they are back in the spirit, how the team is back in the groove. Let's not forget that this is Butlers FC Incorporated since 1910-11 or whatever 19 Birigidim they are. This is Butlers FC 1. This is still a team that is bereft of their top 2 center half pairing. 1. This is still a team without the biggest signing of the club this season so far. I think the biggest signing in the club history, talking about Dominic Solanke.
Yes.
This is still a team that is without a couple of other key players. I understand the threat of them coming down the flanks and, coming the Kulusevski. You have the Brennan Johnson who is firing goals now and then. And you're having 1 or 2 players in the side. So
midfield is not complete.
So
defense don't do.
All I'm saying
is available. Udoji is available.
All I'm saying is put things in perspective.
Leave center half.
City for the win. Simple.
Leave center half. The 2 center half we know can zuzu around, can misbehave. Leave that 2 center half.
Who is good?
Dragusin or anybody. If Dragusin is never available, if you ask me, I'll tell you to play Bergville in defense.
Wow.
I would risk it.
Rather than playing in the midfield?
Rather than you have a Sarr back from injury, you have a Bentancur available, you have a James Madison. The midfield is already, these 3 people are the people that always play midfield. Okay, Bentancur, Madison, and Sarr.
Okay, let's get a question for this game. Tottenham and Manchester City. Who wins?
Depends on who I see in midfield and defense. Then I'll.
John, who wins? Man City will win for you.
I will never back City to lose.
Who is going to win between Brentford and Everton? Let's get a prediction for that game before we move on.
Brentford.
Everton. Brentford to win this game.
Yes.
Okay.
They draw.
Brentford.
I don't trust draw.
Okay, draw. Okay, Brentford.
I don't trust any of the 2. Mbemo will score, Beto will score.
Okay, Brentford and Everton is playing 8:30 today. So let's see who wins that game. Okay, the other final game for today is Liverpool and Newcastle. This is going to be a big game for Arne Slot because he's looking to win this league. In the press conference, he made a statement about Nunes. He said, for the 2nd time in a row, I wasn't happy with Nunes' work effort. I can't accept if a player doesn't give everything on the pitch. This is clear. I can accept it once, but twice is too much. That's why I'm addressing it. He's not been playing Nunes, and he's think that Nunes on training is lazy. So I don't know why Nunes is behaving like that. How can everybody in your team work hard? It's only you that they're singling out. So, but if you look at this Liverpool side, they should be winning Newcastle in this game. They should. But Newcastle, they are not pushovers.
So I just want to hit the strike while the metal is hot, right? And we've been talking about Slot coming in, being Father Christmas, carrying everybody along. And I think for this man to come out to the press to say what he said, he has been stomaching it for the better part of
yes, that's what it means.
7 months. Becoming Then secondly, let's not forget that there are two types of lazy, right? We all know the story about Eden Hazard, who was a terrible trainer, and Carlos Tevez, who was also a terrible trainer, but then they come onto the pitch and they are phenomenal players in their own right, scoring goals, creating assists, and doing all the jingoism fans love and giving us all those priceless memories we remember growing up watching the game. Now, in this scenario, this laziness or this tiredness is coming on the back of a drop of form. So the potential is still there, the talent is still there. The issue is coming in a drop of form. Maybe in a game where Slot felt that he needed this guy to come good for him and he didn't come good for him. I would not have come to the press to say this.
English press will set you up, but no panic. English press, John, anyhow you like speak English. English press go set you up, but no panic. Don't put the hag under the bus. He don't lose his job. Amorim is under fire. Ruud van Nistelrooy is under fire. Aston Villa coach Unai Emery is under fire. Many of the coaches, English press will set you up. They will always find a way to set you up. If you're not an English manager and you're trying to win the league, they will always find a way to set you up. Let's not also
forget that these people are also the ones who are coming out to write that the club wants to sell Nunes and swap him for Isak and the rest and stuff like that.
For media to sell, for newspaper headlines to sell, they will ask you one careless question. And once you, in Lagos we call it jabo, once you fall your hand, once you answer wrongly, you're on the news.
Okay.
And I feel like this is just one of those traps they set for and Slot, and we know
I think you should have
taken this one. He has taken this one. I'll put the fault on him on this one. But he's still telling you that it's not something he said that it was off. Everybody sees it. It's something everybody can see. Nunes for the better part of this season comes in as a sub, doesn't perform on the pitch. This is Nunes we see.
But this is Nunes. He's not been started.
This is Nunes we see.
If you're not starting, prefers Jota in that position than Nunes. At a certain point in time, it has to impact on your confidence when you are a starter under Klopp and this man comes in and relegates you to the bench.
Under Klopp, he was a starter. Under Slot, he started a couple of games. He went to the bench. You have what's it called, competition for places. You put this person in and he's running around getting the ball. He's winning the balls back. One thing Ancelotti wants is, even if you lose the ball, you see Mo Salah comes back deep and wins the balls back. Then what's it called, Luis Diaz drops deep, wins ball and gets tackles in, wins the ball back. You get all these players that plays for Ancelotti, runs for the ball, gets the ball back. When they lose the ball, they come back and defend and still go forward together. But Nunes has not been doing that. If they lose the ball, you see Nunes walking backwards. Nobody will say he has not seen Nunes walking from the opposition half back to the assist. Why every other person on the pitch is running back. Okay. So it's just what he sees and he says, "Oh, see, I've seen it in the match, and I don't like it."
Let's get your prediction for that game. If Liverpool is going to play at Anfield against Newcastle, who wins in this game?
I'm still backing Liverpool, but this press conference
Newcastle for a shock.
It's going to shake the
Newcastle to
Liverpool,
blow the submarine.
Liverpool all day, every day.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Okay, let's move on. Before we move on to Copa del Rey, a game happened in Spain. Interesting game. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid played at the 4-4 draw in that game. The first leg of that Copa del Rey is the semi-finals, 2 leg semi-finals. The first leg ended 4-4. Before we go into that, let's go to our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We have some few comments here. Okay, John, let's hear some of the comments on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now. Super shout out to all our super YouTube fans who have subscribed, liked, and are in the comment section. We see you and we love you. Chizoba is saying Southampton is gone, no hope. And then we have a special guest in the house here. We have Gitwet, who is saying, bro, all 3 teams you support are trash. Arsenal, Barcelona, and Newcastle suck. Okay, just to address it, we are dressed in these jerseys, but it doesn't mean that the club we support, okay? So normally moving on, and he's laughing. Anacletus is saying, make Tottenham no trash us again today. I no longer have that confidence in Guardiola and City teams. I wish Newcastle a win, Nottingham Forest to win, and City to win. Anacletus is also saying, tired to know they're hungry Arsenal, they are busy doing business. I pity anybody wey go wake up to support Arsenal. Their principle doesn't give joy to the fans. And he's also saying, John, comot eye for Man U matter. Man U is a big name, whether you agree or not. We can always agree to disagree on that, okay? And then we also have a new joiner in the house, Joe Mark. Shout out to you, saying Arsenal is a big business. Arsenal is a business club for real. Title is not on the agenda. Arsenal fans, do you agree? And we also have a new joiner in the house, official Prince Ifeanyi Daniel, saying he is a Man U fan. Yes, welcome, we see you. Saying that he's so happy seeing us for the first time. Oga John, we will shock you this night. Okay, I'm waiting for your shock. Meanwhile, please, you guys should also put eye for MPFL, saying that Arsenal should just allow Forest because all hope to win the league is over.
Okay, thank you for all these comments on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, you can go there, subscribe to our channel, like and subscribe. You can join us live. You can drop your comments. I will read your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's move on to Spain before we start taking calls quickly, because our game today, Rangers International is playing today. We are going to talk about it. Rangers have been. They are not probably they are way off this title challenge. I don't know what is the problem.
What do you have to say about Rangers now? All hope is gone. All hope is.
Okay, before we talk about Rangers and take calls, let's talk about the game that happened in Spain. Barcelona and Atletico playing the 4-4 draw. Good game, good fun. I watched that game. It was interesting.
I remember really I told you it was going to be a scintillating encounter between two colossus of the game. When you talk about the titans of Tiki Taka, and then you talk about the Onoche defend till you die of Atletico Madrid, it makes up for a spicy affair. And then we had all the right Ogiri and Ope inside the match, spicing and pinging. You have the likes of Julian Alvarez coming in with that killer goal and, putting a good performance. You have the secrets under sauce. There is what they call a secret recipe called Rafinha in Barcelona that came in and was just assisting everybody. I think we should call him the new Ozil of the football game. What do you think?
Okay, so what do you think make of this game? First leg, good game.
2-0, ATM. I was already happy. Then somebody whispered in my ear somewhere and said, not in my ear, somebody just said it. I didn't. If I had seen that guy, I'll probably just get him something, a gift, because he said this match is probably going to end in a 4-4 draw. And when he said it, Atletico was on an attack, and he said it's going to end in a 4-4 draw. And I look at him like, just shift because I was angry at that time. Atletico was winning. I was happy Atletico was winning, but the result I was expecting from the Chelsea side, Southampton, was not giving me that joy. So I was battling Chelsea in that game, so they were not giving me joy at that point. But I was like, okay, fine, let's continue to see these games, and we continue to see the game. And before you know, after that statement, it was 2-1, 2-2. I felt like, okay, fine, we are back in it. Then all of a sudden, I'm 3-1, 3-2. Good goals from these goals that even caught my eye was even the Kubasi goal. You get that? The Kubasi goal was, this guy is small. This guy is like a pencil in the hand of the creator. How did he manage to ghost into that space?
But that's what you call talent, raw talent.
How did he manage to ghost into that space without anybody spotting the run?
Okay, that game ended for a good game of football. If you saw that game, Barcelona conceded in the first minute. They went down 2 goals and they scored 4, making it 4-2. Somehow Atletico scored in the 92nd minute to make it 4-4, and that game ended 4-4. The second leg is next week. Let's see who qualifies for the final of that game. For today's game, is Real Sociedad will be hosting Real Madrid in the second part of the semi-finals. Who wins in this game? Let's get a prediction.
I'm back in Madrid.
It's Real Madrid now. You don't need to ask who wins. It's Real Madrid all day.
Okay, Real Madrid to win.
We're expecting an El Clasico finals again.
Okay, let's see.
That would be nice.
Let's start taking calls. Number to call is 0706-048-5853, or you can call 0915-570-8347. Okay, let's take the first call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Welcome.
Okay, Chigozie, what is your contribution quickly?
No, because of you. So you're very funny. Enter person predict against your club, you're going to say that the best is not God. God not the man. But you predict that Brentford going to win against Man U. Now, not to say that Tottenham going to beat Man City. I say God not the man. Yeah, remember for the first time. Tottenham not have to think that very well. Today, we will go to back to back. Come on away against Tottenham.
We jump and pass.
Yesterday he said this time Milan go to win. Barcelona go to win.
Inter Milan won now.
Inter Milan won.
Inter Milan dealt with these guys 2-0.
He said that I got to be a shocker yesterday. Now you see this people losing against Inter Milan losing against
Lazio.
Yeah.
I said Inter to win, Barca to win, and a couple other predictions in the Premier League that came through, man. Please go back and roll the tape. We're live on YouTube yesterday, and then come back and apologize tomorrow.
Right.
Thank you.
Today I thought I'm going to beat you guys.
Badele FC,
Right,
we see you. We see you.
Okay, call us and tell us what you think about Chelsea. We like to talk about Chelsea. Chelsea is supposed to win too, and I supposed to talk about Chelsea.
No, we are hoping that they will lose.
So that today will be.
So that there will be premium tiers.
Because there were placards yesterday. They are calling on Tom Bowley's head to leave the club.
To leave the club yesterday.
Imagine, person spend the money buy the club.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Since last week, they have not been getting people.
Okay, sorry about that.
I think it's network.
What is your contribution?
Yeah, congratulations to my team, Chelsea, not Maresca, because Maresca, that guy is not still know what he's doing there. To qualify for this top four, we'll see Sagamo. No, can go to last day, we start at bottom. Yeah, and for Barcelona match yesterday. We definitely not on the second leg.
The second leg.
The second leg
next week.
Second leg. Semi-finals is 2 leg.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let me predict, please. Don't be honest.
Okay. I predict. Yes.
Man City will lose their match today.
As normal, no be again.
And Liverpool will lose their match.
Normal, no be.
Man City will lose. Liverpool will lose.
But Liverpool will win. Liverpool will win. If Liverpool lose, Arsenal will lose. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
The original Badele himself.
Like
we know you.
Title contenders, Man City will lose. Liverpool will lose.
And Arsenal will lose.
Arsenal will lose.
Okay, let's take one more call.
But Chelsea won yesterday.
Let's take one more call before we move to the MPFL because MPFL is happening today. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. John, my fellow fan.
Yes, my
Good
G.
morning. Name and location, please.
This is Hamden from Supersonic.
Okay.
Welcome.
What is your contribution?
My eyes is Arsenal match today.
Okay.
For what their coach said, they never give up. Yeah.
Yes, you never feel.
Let them try win their match today. If they win the match, that means what you say is
It's true.
getting better. Yes. But if they lose against this week down,
Nottingham Forest. Yes.
na problem.
Wahala, double wahala.
About the title. Yes.
Okay.
And Man U is going to win their match. Yes.
Okay.
Man City is straight win. Man City is blowout now.
My G. No.
All right. Thank you very much.
That's my take there. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving to the MPFL. The MPFL is happening today. Enyimba is hosting Shooting Stars, Heartland of Owerri. He's playing Academy Warriors, Kwara United versus Abia Warriors, Plateau United versus Bayelsa United, Nasarawa United will host Remo Stars, the league leaders. Lobby Stars will play Niger Tornadoes. Kano Pillars will play Aqua United. Rangers International at Enugu. Here at Enugu will play Sunshine Stars. Rivers United will play tomorrow, and Rivers United will play Katsina United tomorrow. Bendel Reassurance will play Ikorodu City tomorrow. But talking about today's game, Rangers is hosting Sunshine Stars. If you look at Rangers International, where they are on the table, what do you think will happen today? You should just get 3 points. I don't care how they are going to play today. I don't even care again. Just give me 3 points.
I've given up on Rangers. It's not that I've given up on supporting Rangers, but I've given up on the title, the hope of title or top 4. But the top 4 is still open. No, but if going to Conference League and playing the playoffs and getting knocked out before the group stages, it doesn't make sense. So I've given up on all of those things. I just feel like let's just come into the game, enjoy good football. we're tired of seeing these players come in and don't make the effort. We are trying to at least gather the whole of Enugu, the Indian Enugu society to come and support the Enugu Rangers and see beautiful football. When you go there, we're seeing a game that we want to sleep on. You're watching a game and you're feeling sleepy while watching the game, even while standing to watch the game, so you feel like active. You're standing, you're seeing this game, but yet sleep is catching you because there's no excitement during the game.
See, man, for me, when I watch Rangers, all I'm seeing so far is diminishing returns from last season, right? Which means that the players have peaked and now we are seeing a decline.
They're just peaked for just one season.
Yes.
Man City that
Yes.
peaked for 4 seasons. They are not
the same club. They are not the same club. They are not in the same league. Let's call it. You see,
that's the thing with
one of the most terrible thing you can do to yourself in this life is to be delusional. To think you're an eagle when you're a bird. It's better you have self-awareness and then you work with yourself to improve yourself. Let's call it what it is. This is diminishing returns, and the management and the coach should look at that team. Who are the -4, -3 in that team? Please sideline for next season exit door.
Okay.
And then who are the guys who are over-indexing on the performances and then put them in a corner to continue getting more game time.
Okay, let's get your prediction for that game. Rangers International, who wins in this game today?
Rangers has to win. I don't care how it's going to happen, but they should win.
Okay, now so who wins today?
Imagine first and second from the. It depends with Shooting Stars and Remo Stars. Remo Stars and Shooting Stars first and second. Okay. That will depend me, and they are 4 points and 13 and 4 points above Rangers. So I'm hoping Rangers just gets this win.
Okay. Let's take the final call before we end the show. Yeah. Okay, we lost that call. Okay, that's your call back tomorrow. Okay, this is how we're going to end today's show. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, let's take final call. So let me just take this call. Because hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please, quickly.
I said this is Alex calling.
Okay, Alex. What is the contribution, Alex?
Yeah, you see, Julian Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
God of football has been walking around him
Since he started football. Yes.
Professional career.
Exactly.
That age has won everything. I don't know if you saw that much to be like this. He decided to be willingly. I think his compatriot that is with him, Diego Simeone, is dangling in the group. I'm telling you. And this guy, what's his name? Ruben Amorim. I just pray that you win this game.
All right. Thank you very much.
We don't need any excuse, not even a job. Just need to
win.
No explanation.
All right. Okay. This is how we're going to end the show. Let's hope Amorim gets his win. Arsenal is playing today against the third position on the table. If Arsenal wins and Newcastle does them a favor by beating Liverpool, they cut down that gap. But let's see if it's going to be possible for Real Madrid. Real Madrid is playing in the another leg of the semi-final for in the Italian Coppa
Coppa Italia.
Coppa Italia that happened yesterday. Inter winning Lazio 2-0. The second leg, let's see what happens.
Juventus will give us a good number.
So today Juventus will play Empoli. I think they should be in Empoli in the second leg of the second part of the semi-final. But let's see what happens today. Tomorrow we'll come back and talk about all these games. Today is going to be a huge game. So choose what you want to watch. Do you want to watch Nottingham Forest and Arsenal? Do you want to watch
Liverpool
and play Manchester City? Do you want to watch Liverpool play Newcastle? So choose your own game and watch. Tomorrow we'll come here and discuss all these games tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. My name is Godwin. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Hello Enugu and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.
Now Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great
entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has sent us to the electricity board.
Gospel.
And let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Odenibu.
Awesome programs exclusively on
Volt 104.3 FM.